Yes, julle okay. So vandag is ons hier so met Mark van Fitness Mafia. Ons het besluit ons gaan hierdie podcast doen. Dis die eerste keer dat ons nou so iets doen waar ons ook die kameras heeltemal anders te opset. So as daar enige foute is of iets, ben net met ons. Ons gaan vir julle 'n raw uncut bodybuilding podcast doen. So, net vrae en antwoorde, stryd, ons het niks beplan nie, ons gaan dit net rou kap. Okay.
Yo, yeah.
Okay, so gaan jy sommer begin.
Okay, so seeing as though you did say you prepped a few questions, I prepped nothing. So you can drop that first bomb, and then we can see obviously where that leads to our way.
Okay, so wat ek wil geweet het, man, you competed now this year.
Yes.
Now, I saw you actually last year at the Titans, you went to go watch.
Correct, to get a feel of it, correct.
Yes, ek het sommer al klaar gesien. So tell me quickly, what was the whole idea competing? Was it to make, first of all, a comeback? Second of all, is it something that you actually want to pursue, like a bit further? Was it also that you believed that you could win essays? Or were you just like, let's see what's going to happen?
Okay, so in all honesty, it actually started as, can I pull off or can I podium and beat the physique that I had from 2013? Because that picture's popped up on my, do you remember 10 years ago, whatever memories, and it picked up and I'm like, no, that was me. And I looked at it and I looked at myself and I'm like, you are actually so cut now compared to what you were then. And I'm like, can you pull that off? If you are this fitness bra that you claim to be in your own head, can you pull that off? Because that was, I think it was an 8-week meal prep, because someone also just threw me into the deep end and said, maybe we'll do the show. Let's see where it goes. And I did the show for the fun of it, and I came in with a very nice package. And then now this time around, I was like, yo, you're 40 years old. Can you, 41, you can, I decided at 40, I'm like, can you as an old bully pull it off? And a lot of oaks were like, maybe you can't, you were has been, you were never been. I'm like, yo. Now you know that goes into your head, because I know I will take your head now and I'll fucking pull it off. And here you chirping me, but I can't punch you. But you know what I can do? I can actually take what you're saying, and I can now see if I can actually pull it off.
You can't even see how they look, because they don't even have a picture.
Exactly.
They don't even have one picture.
Nothing, no pictures. They hide behind, and I'm like, I can't even do that. But you know what? The biggest middle finger to you people will be is if I beat that look, or if I get a podium at 41 years old.
So we're going to have are you going to place the two next to each other for us to actually see on the...
Yeah.
So sit vir ons op, dat ons kan 'n bietjie sien het. Really look for ander.
So that is where that started. And then upon doing the first show, the first PCA, I was going in there with like, I'm going to hit the podium today. So I woke up that morning, I'm like, oh, today I'm going to get the podium. I'm happy with that. Let's go to war. Went to war, the posing was a bit rusty and crap, but it is what it is, a bit nervous. So while you're standing on stage, you start feeling everything shaking, and then this is pulling stuff, and then the hammies is pulling stuff, but you can't show it on stage. I'm like, yo, I forgot how shit this was. But nonetheless, we got the overall that day.
How was when they said, okay, guys, get ready? What happened to the heart rate?
The heart rate spiked, and immediately I was dry all day, and now I'm starting to get the sweat patches, and now the tan is starting to do a thing. I'm like, no, maybe not now. And now you get backstage, now there's no wind or aircon or anything, and then that heat come, and now you're standing like this, and you're dabbing, and I'm like, yo, why am I here at 41 years old? Bruh, and I'm like, what are you doing, bro? And I'm like, okay, go on stage, stand in line, stand on. I'm like, fuck it. And now you just hear voices. You can't see through the lights. You see nothing. You just see voices. But now, for some weird reason, you were sitting in the most strategic place. And I can just see, I'm like, I know that block shoulder, brother. I'm like, oh, wait, it's easy, man. Yeah. All I was listening to was your calls, my bro. And I'm like, hold it in. Mark Bierner, fuck. I'm like, I am drinking my beer. My bro, can't you see? And I'm sweating, and I'm like, yo. But it was a proper jol. It was an experience. And when I went home that day, I was like, that was lekker. Then obviously the essay invite. We now had to go to essays. I knew I had to tighten up. Paul Prince, Kevin Schwartz, all of them said, check here. this is what I feel you need to work on, and obviously if you want to go to essays and do good there. And I took that and then did what I did, went to essays, balanced it out.
And what was the weight difference between the two?
The weight difference was at essays, I was literally a kilogram heavier than what I was at the PCA Titans, but I was drier at the essays. So I was heavier, slightly fuller, but also drier.
Okay,
So
but did you you obviously you don't pick up muscle in that time.
no.
So you actually just filled out,
Filled
and
out.
that muscle made it look harder.
Correct.
It pushed through, so you were a
Correct.
bit more flat actually. And when you are flat, you can also look a bit more fat.
Correct.
If you come in full, you can spill, but you can also look a lot drier. People don't understand.
People don't understand that, yeah. So basically that is what happened. And then boom, essay overall. And that for me was like, wow, lekker man, lekker. So that for me proved, my bro, at the old Bali state that you are, you still have a few years left in you. And that is when I decided next year we're gonna go full force. So
But don't you feel you're picking up muscle actually quicker now than when you were younger? So when we were younger, we had much more energy and stuff like that. But I'm feeling now that I'm getting a bit older, I'm picking up muscle easier.
is it?
Yeah, like my body actually wants to grow still a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay, so I feel that for some weird reason, I respond quicker now
Yeah.
to certain things. So back in the day, I would just pick up muscle, but not as quickly as I do now.
Precies.
It's like it's weird. It's like you're getting older, so technically it's supposed to be a slower process for you, but it's actually not. And this makes me think of maybe could it be that whole muscle maturity thing.
Dit is.
So because now I haven't been doing any bodybuilding seasonal training and competing, my body's been resting and resting and resting. Yes, there was functional exercises, CrossFit, this comps and that comps and whatever, and cycling, but there wasn't really bodybuilding training. But I was active. And then all of a sudden when I started that strength bodybuilding gym bro style training, I could see after like a week, what the hell's going on here, my bro? And that's when I started to post my updates online. And I told myself, and I said on the updates, oh yeah, this is 2 weeks out, blah, 2 weeks here, blah. And then the oak started to chirp. That won't get you ready by then. You still need to work here. And I'm like, you bet, man.
Did you post the specific time? Like for instance, if you were 5 weeks out, did
Yes.
you post the 5 weeks out?
On that day, in the gym, in the mirror, and I will call it today is 5 weeks out, or whatever weeks out, or tomorrow I'm going to do a water drop, or I still remember I did a post tonight I'm going to do a water drop, and this was like 8 weeks out or whatever, and I just wanted to see if I could still manage my water, and immediately the next day when I woke up, a little bit drier, and I did that post. So yes, to answer your question, we have timestamps, everything there that can correspond to my post on the day, my friend. So yes,
Okay.
yes.
Ek's maak die mind games. I like playing mind
Does
games.
people
You
do
know,
that?
I do it.
Is it?
I don't like.
Really?
Yeah. Like for instance, now I'll say
I didn't
say it.
know that.
I know I'll say it. Like I'll post old stuff. I'll throw you completely off. I'll post stuff where I'm in shape, but that was then.
So then,
now I'm
so
fat.
then you get into
then
the,
I'm,
I see what you're
I'll
saying.
somewhere post a donut.
So then you're
But I'm
getting
eating
into,
a carrot.
yeah, so your competitors that you're most likely to compete against, they'll probably be like, yo, why is this Brian so much shape now? Look how you look.
Ja, man. Of dan post ek sommer hashtag die kompetisie. But I'm only going to go watch.
I fell for that. That was for the NPC. I still message you. I'm like, hey, good luck for your comp on tomorrow. You're like, yeah, my bro. I'm like, fuck it. I fell for that. I see now what
Nee,
you
jy
do.
het vir hulle af.
Okay.
Hulle moenie weet.
Easy.
They think they know, but they don't know.
Now then I'm going to do it now coming up.
It's
Fuck
just,
that.
it just gives you that advantage at the end of the day mentally. That your competitors don't know. They think they know, but they don't know.
Yeah.
So ek like I mind games. So.
That's actually a fun one. Thank you. I'm going to definitely apply
So
that.
what you do is you take pictures of the cut that you eat in the off season, but you post it in the on season.
Wow.
dan sê hulle soos, maar hoe lyk jy so met jy daai geëet? Ja, no.
Makes sense.
But actually I'm busy doing cardio.
That makes sense. Slow cardio there. I know you like the stepper. I'm the treadmill brage.
So I didn't actually do for this comp. I didn't do any stepper.
Yeah.
I can see in my legs and stuff also like the legs didn't come out like it used to come out. But yeah, I didn't do much cardio anyway for this last.
So now explain this comp. What did you win? What is your title? And what now?
Okay, so obviously I won the IFBB Pro card.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I had to tick off. So for me, in my brain, I'm number one in South Africa.
Okay.
That's not vir my 'n wingerde nie, dit is vir my
It is what it is, yeah.
Okay. So for me it was I needed to win the show, obviously to get the pro card. It doesn't mean you can't be number one but you're not pro.
Makes sense.
Maar so in my brain, dit was nie vir my 'n shock geweest, it was just a sign of relief. Okay, tick the box, let's go on. So next year we'll definitely compete in a pro show. I actually wanted to always do a show where the next day I can do a pro show.
Okay.
So I wanted to actually do like a amateur Olympia.
Yeah.
Or some kind of show. There is shows where you can do literally now you get your pro card and then you stand with the pros.
Really?
Ja, daar is sulke shows oor see. But the problem is you have to do a regional.
Okay.
Now you do a regional. Do I come out unconditioned? Because it doesn't matter where you place. You can place dead last. You just have to do a regional.
Yeah.
Or do I go for the win, but then I have to push my body through that and then go do an overseas show? And also the money that you need to spend to do that show. So that we didn't know really what to do, but so we decided, no, you know what? Let's go do the show in Joburg. And ja, gelukkig het dit uitgewerk. So.
Okay, cool. So what is next now?
We're gonna have to look at the calendar. I looked on the page, but I don't think that's all of the shows. It doesn't make sense to me. I saw a lot of USA shows.
Okay.
Wouldn't mind doing a USA show, but there's a Spain, there's Portugal, there's a couple of shows overseas that I would like to do. It also depends on the family, of course. So Nikki, my wife, we still have to go to Dubai next year. The Dubai Pro is obviously something that you want to do, but that I feel that's a step above. I think you need to climb the ladder first.
Stop. Sorry. How would I now, if I compete next year, get to the Dubai Pro? If I wanted to compete there, what would I have to achieve in the next year?
So you're gonna have to do an NPC regional.
Yes.
En dan gaan jy if they have an amateur show there, you can go do the amateur show.
Okay.
But if it's a pro show only, then you have to win your pro card.
Pro card. Okay.
So you're gonna have to do the March. I think it's like a March or something, eye candy, and then you can go all overseas and go and do a pro qualifier. But you have to compete at a regional show in your country.
Okay.
In that year.
Okay.
So I think that's how it works. If you did Muscle Militia at the end of the year, it does not qualify you for the
wow.
Sorry. I think so. I'm
okay. We'll have to check that info.
But that's what I believe is going on. The Muscle Militia is just to qualify for that night.
Okay.
That's a year for night. It's year for year.
Okay.
Not when you competed for the next
so I can't leave it for the eye candy NPC in, when was it, in November? That was the last one we had. Now I think they're gonna have it again in November. Am I right or am I wrong? What was the last eye candy? That was
October.
October. So I can't go for that one, qualify there. Will I get a pro card? Let's say for example I win. No,
you only win eye candy.
Okay.
There's one pro card a year in South Africa
I
given,
see.
and that's at the show we just did.
Okay. Now I get it. I see. Okay, cool. Fantastic.
And then obviously there's international guys as well. Because some guys, they fly from country to country trying to win.
Trying to get that pro card.
Ja, daar's ouens met geld.
That's insane.
Travel. Vlieg hulle van land tot land.
That's insane just to get that pro card, man. That must be number one. I will look at that now as how taxing is that on you as a person and a human to constantly be in that frame of competitive mind. Now, I know it comes easy for some people, but for me, if I'm thinking about that now, I won't be able to go through that lengths, my bro. I will then just be like, you know what, it's cool. I won a few local shows. I'm good. I'm happy, safe, tick the box. I'm 42. But some people will obviously see it differently. They will want that pro card.
Yeah, the pro card, I think there's a lot of people that put a little bit too much. Like, I'm not IFBB Pro Chris Strachen.
Yes.
I am Chris Strachen with a IFBB Pro card. There's a difference. Verstaan? That's how I see it. That does not define who I am. That's just something that I've got. And I think a lot of people want to be defined, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but also there's countries where it's very hard to get, like your Arab countries and stuff. The level
Easy.
is crazy.
So there's no way that I can stand at, let's say, what's it called? The IBFF or the PCA, get those pro cards and then want to go do a Tampa Pro or something like that, or qualify. It doesn't work like that. Jeepers.
So I think there has been.
So that pro card is not the same pro card.
No, it's not the same.
Okay. You see, I didn't know this.
No.
Nah, lekker.
There's levels.
Changes the game a bit now, eh?
Yeah. No, because I was a PCA Pro.
Okay.
I don't know if you know.
Yes.
I was a PCA Pro geweest. I left PCA just to have more competition.
Correct.
Everyone judges different also. You'll see your PCA look and your NPC look is different. Your posing is different. The criteria is different. The bikini, they look different. It's all different. So it has happened before. I think that someone gets a special invite that they do not have to do a regional. When they are pro in another federation, they can skip the regional and go for a pro-am overseas straight away.
Okay.
I think it has happened before, but that must be organized, and obviously you've got a very high level athlete there.
Yes.
That will get that.
So that bra must be unique for them to give in that recognition and say, full pull in, just fine. Yeah, you come out. Okay, I see what you're saying.
He's got some, I want to say mileage, but he's got some titles, or she's got some titles behind it.
Okay, fantastic. That makes a lot of sense.
To win that.
They still need to win that.
All that other people, they just skip the region.
Makes sense. Okay, so if I, for example, wanted to take my bodybuilding now for the next 3 years, I still feel I have some 3-4 years in me, you know? Let's say I want to now aim for a potential Olympia invite. Me that I am here now, where would I need to start next year?
As a pro or amateur?
Amateur. Get me to the pro card. Guide me into that. Your pro card will be waiting there, but you must first do X, Y, and Z to qualify for that there.
For the Olympia?
Yeah.
As a pro?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to have to win. Well, you don't have to win a regional. You can come dead last. You can go stand there with a book. And then you qualify for the end of the year.
Yeah.
Okay. You did your regional check. You can go anywhere overseas to a pro-am or the one in South Africa. But you have to win.
Okay.
Unless you do the Dubai amateur actually. And I think also amateur Olympias, they give out 3 pro cards because there comes like 200 athletes in that division. En ek praat van dis
tight competition.
If you win there, you're ready.
Then you, yeah.
It's not like these oaks that I've got to take 2 years off to gain some size. That's is it.
Yeah.
Daai ou is reg.
He's ready.
Hy's klaar pro.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you win the pro card, then you've got to go overseas now. So they change the rules on a regular basis. It used to be if you win a pro show, you go straight to Olympia. Then they had a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
It became a bit too much.
Because now I remember that system. So I was under the impression that it's still the same.
They changed it.
Okay, clearly, okay.
So now you get, I think there's 5, just I think there's 5 main pro shows. If you win any one of that 5, I think it's the New York Pro. I think it's Miami. It's definitely Pittsburgh.
Isn't there Tampa Pro also in there?
Might be a Tampa Pro, but then it's the Arnolds.
Okay.
If you win any of those 5, that's the top tier ones, you go straight to the Olympia. Okay.
Miami Pro.
Then you get the second tier ones. Then you got to gain points. So
Okay.
now you go and you compete once, you come second, or maybe even you come first. But then you got a lot of guys competing consecutively. They win. They maybe come second, third, a fourth, a second. They gain so much points and they club you off the ladder. That's going to make sure that the guys have to compete more.
Yeah.
Not just one show en
see.
jy's klaar. Jy moet nou gaan en nog gaan compete al het jy daai show gewen. Want anders dan kan 'n ander brak kom en hy kan net vir jou afskud. Want hulle vat nou net kom ons sê, ek weet nie, 30.
Yes.
They just take 30 of the guys. So dis hoe dit nou werk.
Yes.
Change on a regular.
So the competition is a lot more tightly structured than what I thought it would be. Because let me tell you what my plan was at Skakvadi. So next year I was going to obviously compete. My first warm-up show would have been the Shea Best because that's a liquor show that everyone competes at. All the Owens and the Brasses there. So, let's do a Shea Best. And I was going to try and battle this one specific bra because I feel he's quite good competition. You understand?
Okay.
I believe he's well done. Respect my bro, Alroy. So, that would have, you see, now I would have taken, I like to take a bra and I put him on my wall and every morning I'm like, I must beat you, my bro. But all healthy, not hating in any way possible, my bro, respect. Because I take you and I think, that's the marker right there. That's the benchmark. You must get there and beat that. That's how I will tell myself. So my plan was obviously Shea Best. And then win the overall horse and take the money and spot, and then go to PCA, reclaim my sword again.
Yes.
Reclaim my sword, and then after that, it's the NPC eye candy. And then in that, I must get a pro card somewhere. Oh, fuck, it doesn't work like that. But that is still my plan for next year, whether there's a pro card or not. Alright, Sally, thank you for the motivation, mate. It's game on, mate.
Ja, ek is spyt ek het nie met Alroy 'n foto gekry. En kyk ons sien mekaar altyd by die shows as dit net
Ja, no, but the pictures, it's my bro.
Ek moes eintlik net gegaan het en vir hom gevra het, hoor hierso kan ons net gou ten minste, because I mean he won the bodybuilding and
Correct.
I won the physique.
Correct.
It's not the same, but
Correct.
still I think we both brought hard, good
He
packages.
brought the best of that
Yeah.
of that division in a very long time. Like I haven't seen an athlete as balanced, as full, as fucking conditioned as Alra. And I look at him, I'm like, quiet. Like I don't say that about a lot of people, not because I'm crap, but if you have something good, I will praise you for it. And that is one thing I'll be like, yes, my bro, there's my competition. Aim for that.
And it's not so there's no beef there. But even let's say, for instance, someone you don't like comes in very conditioned. I can respect it.
Correct,
He might
100%.
be a
Yep.
bit of a
Yeah.
DWS, or in my eyes,
Yeah.
but if you brought that package,
Correct.
also saying, if you brought the package, but nowadays it's a little bit easier to bring the package. So it's a bietjie anders because with everything that's out there at the moment,
Yeah.
I just feel it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Ja, die nuwe ouens moenie kon praat oor breakfast hard en alles. Bro, jy
My bro,
praat.
you have it easy. You have everything, a remedy for everything, my bro.
Daar's 'n ding vir
Everything, like on your phone, there's an app for everything. Y'all new school brasser have a remedy to win this game, hands down. My time, there was a handful of stuff, man.
Nee, maar daar's niks vir jy moet in daai gat gaan sit. Nou, hoef jy nie in daai gat te sit nie. Okay, you feel hungry? Here's something. You don't feel hungry? It's not the same. So that's something we should actually talk about. How do you feel about this GLP stuff for normal people?
Okay.
and also in the sport.
Okay, so I'm going to give you my honest answer
Yeah.
here now. I don't even or have not even gone into that research of those specific products because, like I say, I have an old school mentality and I will go to the old school remedies if needed, or if someone is like in person, my bro, please help me, I need to ask you this. That is how I will guide and advise. So if you can explain this, this is your department where you shine, my bro. Teach me, sir. Teach us here about what you think, how, what, when, and why. My bro.
Okay.
Because this is interesting for me. Now I can learn.
Okay, so when this whole thing came out, we can't actually say the name because I think they'll block us. So when all of this came out, I was a little bit like, yo, but now that's my advantage gone
Yeah,
because I will lose my fucking brain.
Yeah.
Okay? But I will not lose the show.
okay.
Verstaan? And all of them, these mommies or daddies or wives or stuff, is going to tell them, you should stop. They'll probably most likely stop.
Yeah,
I won't stop.
yeah,
I will not, because my daughter will not see her dad quit.
yeah.
Ek sal wen. Ek sal vir wys ek gaan wen. So that's my superpower. Now everyone can die.
Correct,
Almal kan die.
correct.
And everyone can just stay sane. But I will go insane in order to win.
Correct.
So to me, that was a little bit like, yo, but now I also looked at it differently. I saw, okay, well, now there's a lot more, the sport mentality, there's not so much drama in the house. So now you got more healthier households, because the thing is most bodybuilders are not married, happily married.
Correct.
It's the truth.
Correct.
Because this sport can fuck
My
up happy
bro,
home.
the sport messes up stuff. Like I've seen stuff now at the recent shows where couples, especially couples that are bodybuilder fitness vibes together, and they have it at it, it gets ugly, my bro.
It's fire.
It's fucking hell. It's bro. Anyway,
So now that is kind of eliminated. So then you also got to look at that from a family perspective.
Yeah.
So I started looking at different. You can't go against the trend. This is the trend now. This is the new norm, and it's just gonna progress. Now stuff like your off season was always a very big thing. Like your off season, you have to grow and all that stuff. So I could actually like kind of blom in the off season.
Yeah.
Because when it's on season, I'll be in shape and I'll be there. You'll lose your mind, I'll lose my mind, but I'll win the show.
Yeah.
And you will probably turn around and go eat a waffle. Understand? While I'm doing 3 hours of cardio, but I will not lose.
yeah,
So it's completely different now. So I think it's a bit healthier, and also at the end of the day, there's more healthier people out there. People's cholesterols are coming down. People are losing extreme amounts of weight
Yeah.
as well. So you know what? There's a positive to it as well, and that just means I need to step up my game now a lot more in the off season. I have to pick up that size because I can't just be on conditioning.
Yeah.
That's not what it is.
yeah.
So yeah.
Makes sense. So,
Okay, so you have not dabbled in the peptides as well.
you,
No peptides.
the last conversation I had about peptides was with you when you sent me all that information. And I sat there and I was lying on the toilet and I'm reading it. I'm like, nah, fuck this, man. Don't worry with this guy. You do your peptides, my bro. But away.
Okay.
So, what do you think? What do you think for me would help me? Let's say next I say, hey, my bro, organize. What would you recommend for a bra like me? I want to get a bit more size. My sleeping is a bit cuck, and I'm stressed, but I also want to stay lean. Away, help me.
Okay, so we're not going to speak. We'll talk about the what, but not the how.
Okay.
How much.
Yes.
So I'm not
No.
gonna give too much.
No problem.
So with the sleep, you're going to need DSIP. Okay. That's going to improve your sleep.
Is this DSIP? Is this all abbreviated for, or is it just the letter.
That is
Is that in a DSIP?
DSIP.
Right,
So they've all got
oh,
different names and stuff. So you'll use DSIP before you go to bed.
Okay.
That's going to help you sleep. Then, if you want to grow,
Is that only going to help me for my sleep?
that's just sleep.
Okay.
Okay. Now you also can replace your growth hormone with like CJC. You can either choose with DAC or without DAC. You know, slow release or short, quick release. And then also there's a whole lot of peptides that you can also use for muscle building. And then there's plenty that you can use that will help with fat burning. So, like tesamorelin is going to target your belly fat, for instance. MOTS is going to.
Is that going to target specifically my belly?
It's made actually
That's
FDA
insane.
approved for belly fat.
See how much easier it is today.
It's like, and the
Yo.
thing is like, none of it. So we always used to take stuff that will up your heart rate.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, you're standing on a cold winter's day and you're sweating, my bro. Yeah. Yeah.
No, you take the stuff, you feel nothing. This you can take it before bed.
And that is nice. I never liked, contrary to popular belief, I never liked a stimulant feeling. Like for me, taking a fat burner or a ECA or something like that, I was always nervous because now I'm gonna sit there and fucking like I'm on fucking come downs here or whatever. But yeah, so that is nice to know.
So you can use MOTS, for instance, for your mitochondria. That's gonna help your energy expenditure. SLUPP, exercise in a bottle. There's so much stuff.
SLUPP, MOTS, DAC, my bro. How do you remember this? I'm too old for this, my bro.
I know.
Yo, my bro.
So it's actually interesting. Like me and Basil, my coach.
Yes.
So I experimented with this stuff, and so now I'm telling him like this. I don't even train. Like, I don't even train. Like, but my heren groter.
Really?
Ja, en ek sê vir
Really?
peptides werk.
Really? My bro, you have a section.
I train like three days a week.
But not, okay.
And
But not as extensive as you would have. And this is why he says it's so much easier now and anybody can get there quickly and do it and pull it off because of your.
Look, okay, so how I see peptides as well, man, is you are not going to, from nothing, going to build this house up.
100% correct.
Let's just get that straight. Okay, these lighties or whatever, 1920, whatever, they are not going to just like take some peptides and then boom, 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 boom. It's not going to work that. We've got years of muscle.
Correct.
I've been training 16 years. You've been training?
A little bit longer, yeah.
So how I explain it to people is you're not going to build the house from the ground up with your peptides, but you can keep the house nice and it's going to be like painted for longer and it's going to look nice. And even if you climb off the gear, it's going to help the house like stay like that.
Yo, that's a very good selling pitch there, man.
So that's how I see it.
But that makes logical sense because now I have a better understanding of it.
Yeah, it's not as anabolic, but it will help you keep in shape. It will help you keep your muscle, and it will keep you healthy as well. To be honest,
Sure.
That's how we don't know that much. No one's been on peptides for 10 years.
Yeah. Now that's what I've heard. And a lot of people are like, but bro, there isn't all that research out there about it, so it's not really that known. Is there risks involved?
So far, the blood works don't look like it's risky.
Really?
Yeah. So far, it's looking much better actually.
Easier.
Yeah, than taking it. 100%. It's not screwing with your hormones. Okay, so do you know what is a peptide?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those that don't know what a peptide
Explain.
is,
Go.
Okay, a peptide is 50 amino acids or less. Growth hormone is 191 amino acids, right? So when people talk about growth hormone, they all like skrik. I'm like, it's actually amino acids. It's 191.
Yeah.
So it's spread out.
Correct.
Okay. If you take too much growth hormone, what starts happening? It's like a bit of organ growth and
Correct.
It's a problem. Okay. One glass of wine is not a problem, but if you have a bottle a night, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the same with that. But now amino acids is 50 or less that specifically is focused on a specific task. So I is a specialist in burning fat. Like for instance, your AOD, the pen's called fat away.
Yeah.
That's now your frag, basically like the frag. They took only the fat burning part of the GH and they took it out, and then boom, you only take that. Or it's only to help with your mitochondria, boom, you take that. So it's specifically, that's what the peptide is.
So each peptide has its specific use.
This is injectable BCAAs.
That's so cool. That actually sounds so cool.
So it's not, as far as I know, it's not screwing with your hormones. And that is a game changer. Because there's a lot of people's hormones that's all screwed up because of certain stuff.
Correct. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That actually makes a lot of sense.
So I'm very for it.
So let's say now you literally sold me now on a peptide, and I know now I'm gonna experiment come next season with a peptide, because if it works like that and it doesn't affect the hormone level and the blood work don't lie, why would it be a bad thing then? Guys, drop Chris a DM. I'm gonna drop Chris a DM later on. My phone is ringing. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna definitely drop Chris a DM because that sounds nice. Guys, this is a fairly new podcast. I haven't run out of questions because Chris has answered everything for me. I now know that my plan going for my pro card next year is a cut plan. I'll just have to change it, but Alray, my bro, it's me and you next year, no? But in a good way. There's no idea.
Tell me, your followers, man.
Yes.
Have you experience a lot of you have a lot of controversial. Some people love you, some people hate
don't.
you.
Correct.
Has it changed over, how long have you been doing the social media?
So social media started not last year, the year before. The year before, that was when I was 40. I thought to myself, my bro, you're not going anywhere. You were PT, you're fighting with the world, you're angry at everything, what going? And I thought, I can't carry on like this because it was making me a bitter person. And I thought, I want to be able to give more, because if I must fall and crash my bike and whatever, I leave behind me nothing but angriness and this and that, and my kids are going to be like, your daddy was always angry, blah, blah, blah. So I thought, you know what, try and make a change, try and whatever. And that's when I just started that one day on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, wait, this is me, and this is my plan. Oh, wait. And then from there, someone was like, that sounds cool. And then another person's like, hey, bro, I remember you. And then another person's like, this is the bride scooped us in our chops outside the jaw when he was a bouncer. I'm like, yo, and that's how everything just went. And then the story time came from my past, and then this went like that. Then the old bodybuilding, then the bodybuilding competing, everything just went. So 2 years ago, that's when everything started. And it's taken such an awesome turn for me to the point where I'm in the mall, and people like, it's a nice feeling for someone to be like, hey, my bro, I love your stuff, man. Thank you. And it's almost like people are coming to me now and thanking me for making their day or whatever, rather than the cops phoning me because someone's laid a charge or something like that. Do you understand? So it's 360, but it's positive now. And with that positive feeling, it's almost like an addiction for me now. I try and chase more positivity wherever I go. But there's always a bit of scandal so in between. And a lot of people don't like my message or how I put it. I will never go look for problems with anybody. But if it comes to me, I respond. I say what I say, I speak out my mind, and I will speak the facts that I know. You understand? Now, a lot of people, sometimes they're like, I didn't like the way he said that or whatever. And I get it a lot, but it's okay. It is what it is. I am who I am, and I feel that I'm as real as what I can be, and that's all that matters to me. And I think this is why we clicked from day one. I never knew you from a bar of soap, but we just started chatting on TikTok. I followed you, you followed me. I watch your stuff. I'm like, this is a mal, bruh. We carry on, and I'm like, is it colored, bruh? And I saw Oscar, he was like, and the missus like, I think he is colored. I'm like, I don't know, but he speaks like an Afrikaans boy. He can't be colored. Yeah, he is colored. And then when I met you, I'm like, nah, he's not colored. He's a good dad, baby. But it is what it is. That's him. And that's how we became. Like we are now, we're friends. I take it that this is my bra. I will never have any issues with you. And we just gel. And I gel like that with a handful of people. Not everybody gets me. So, respect.
Okay, so ja, ek moet sê that you have to be like real.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Not everyone's gonna like a person. Not everyone. I must say in the beginning, I got a lot more hatred. Now I don't get. It's like kind of your followers funnel. In the beginning, it's spread out,
Yes.
and it's spread out to everyone.
Yes.
And now it's a bit more, so it's a bit better.
Yeah.
Although you still get this like
Odd one
or two that will comment about. I feel if you don't have something nice to say, cool, load your stuff on.
Correct.
Load how you look.
Correct.
And then you can say whatever you want because then you can go look at how you look.
Correct.
Okay? But if you can't even show your face,
Yeah.
then shut your mouth.
Exactly. That's why I always, if people
Shut your
comment, kak, I like always comment there, okay, please show your face, please drop a pin, please send a WhatsApp number or something, then I can know that you are real and then we can engage properly. But I can't do the blank screen, no name, user 352. If a comment is lekker, juicy, and I can see it's from a no-name brow, whatever, but I know that comment is juicy, I will take it and I'll make a video. And a lot of people like, hey bro, why do you still comment to these people? You mustn't give them time. Some people deserve some time. Some people deserve to be told in a nice way, Zach. And that's just me. So, Oaks, feel free to comment. Do your thing.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. So,
Lekker.
So you, in the beginning, when you said that you were going to do it natural, obviously I was like, but you're not going to do this natural. Okay, I still said something like, and then, but you never came out and said, okay, listen, Is it something, because back in the day, when we were younger, it was really frowned upon.
Correct.
Is that still a thing for you? Or?
It's not about frowned upon. My goal in the beginning was to go as natural as possible and so forth. When it came to, I think it was the last 8 weeks or 6 weeks, in that time period was now for me the transition between now I need to start seriously ripping. And not nothing, but very little was happening, which was now making me panic. Because now I'm like, fuck, nothing is happening. A little is happening. Now the weeks is going on. You're getting closer to the time. And I'm like, May, bro. And I'm like, yo. And now, and now I'm like, you know what? And I'm sitting there and I'm asking every possible element of life, my bro. Please guide me in this, And then my friend is a dentist. It's got nothing to do with this. He's a dentist. And he's like, my bro, Mark, listen to me. You're 41. Your test levels are shot. You come from a life of jawling, drugs, everything. Do you expect your body to still function like it did 13 years ago? So if you want to do this, there's no harm in getting your GP or someone to put you on, maybe start with TRT, and then you take it from there. And that's the only way you can gauge. Or you pull out of the show now, or you go natural and you look like a dumb fucking whatever on stage. You understand? So, and I knew this question was going to come someday, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to say straight, I'll wear TRT with a bitchy GH for my old school remedy, and that was that, my bro. And that's how it helped me. It didn't give me massive size, but it got me to get a bit more stronger. My body responded a bit better. I was able to sleep because I do suffer from sleep apnea. So sleep for me is a major problem. And the GH helps with the sleep and also getting you nice and lean. So that little combo there was perfect, and that is what I do.
The sleep apnea, is that
at night, and sometimes, you understand.
I get that in prep.
You see,
I only get that in prep.
So I was struggling to sleep, which then caused me to have, let's say, 2 or 3 hours sleep per night during the prep, which now you tired during the day. You tired during the day. Now I must go lift weights to build muscle. I've got nothing in me, my bro. And I'm sitting there. I was fighting a few times on that machine. They're like, why did you put yourself in this position, my bro? You have to either finish this game, confess, tap out, or something, my bro. And I'm like, you know what? This question will come later. Jesus knows my intentions. Let's do this. And I did it the right way. I went to the GP, and that is how it went.
Is it, do you feel it's wrong to take stuff for the sport?
So it's never been wrong to use something within, let's say, within precautionary measures. It's wrong when you see the results of whatever you're doing and then you want more. You want more quicker. And that's when you think, okay, more quicker would mean more. But it's not like that in the game. That is now when problems occur. And when accidents, your health deteriorates or bad things happen and then you're down. That is when it becomes wrong, and that is when it has that dark cloud over it. Anything in this world that you can consume is bad for you in vast numbers, etc.
Even vitamins.
My bro, anything. It's how you utilize the product with care and respect. Care for your body and respect for the power. I always say with great power comes great responsibility. And that is what I believe. So if anybody, April, you now confessing you didn't do it, that's okay. It's okay. At 41 years old, you bring me a bra that's going to achieve what I've done last year at my age, coming out of retirement and starting to train at the beginning of that year. So I'm all right.
My 2 cents about this is there is a hell of a lot of people taking stuff that don't look like they're taking jack shit. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Now that is a problem.
Oh, yeah.
And they are taking much more. The weird part of it is your bigger guys, your guys that actually look good, for a long time, they take the minimal amount.
Correct.
And then you get these guys that's got minimal amount of muscle, look like not like
with
that.
let's call it maximum spend.
And it's just, I don't know if it's a genetic thing or
I can tell you exactly what it is.
Or under the wall, or like it's just bad.
My bro, they don't put in the work in the gym. They think because they got goedes in them, it's okay, it's gonna work, and their eating is up to kak. And I know this because I know a few people like this. They rely and depend on X, Y, Z, and this and that and this. That's my bro, that's my stack, my bro. That, but I use it, and then they lump. And then 3 days a week, they'll go do a bit of leg extensions here, and maybe a shoulder press, and some abs, and then they stand, and they're like, nothing much is happening. You train kak. You eat kak. You're not doing the fundamentals of bodybuilding, my bro. So that is where I believe that comes in. If they had to put more focus on the basics, like training, hardcore training. Like I remember when I was busy with prep, we were chatting, and you were also on the treadmill one time, and you're like, how much cardio do you do? So I said, no, I'm on my 1 hour for the day. And I remember you near my bra. 3 ure, 'n uur in die oggend, 'n uur in die middag, en 'n uur in die aand. I'm like, what? And I thought to myself, but wait, man, look how that bra look. Look at his comp and how he comes in. If you want to be so lean and conditioned, I don't think he's lying to you by saying more than an hour cardio a day.
No.
And I applied that, and things started happening.
I would be an hour on the road.
My bro.
An hour on the road one time.
Is it?
Yeah.
And even to this day, I wake up and I will do 40 minutes on the treadmill at home. Then the evening at work, I'll do another 30 minutes just because there's time. And then when I get to Planet Fitness in Brackengate, then I'll do another hour. And I'll still train. And it helps, my bro.
It helps.
It helps. And even if you're not following a strict lean eating plan, you still look lekker. And it's the cardio. So you're putting in the work, and that's what makes a difference. So that's what I believe is the problem with those oaks, that max amount, but yeah.
A lot of people are doing the action, but it's like they're not testing different, like your hands and your feet, like maybe pull out of your pinkies, also with your feet. For instance, don't just go up, down.
Now that's
Go and move a bit forward,
correct.
move a bit back, feel the ground.
Feet a bit forward, open your toes, close your toes, isolate the knees, push the knees out. There's so many ways that you can isolate different parts of your body that you don't even realize.
You literally move your
Correct.
foot just like that. It changes everything.
Correct.
If you do a pull-up and every single hand movement
Correct.
you do is connected to
Yeah. So open up,
it's-
close, same
and
thing.
also something that I always explain is cliffhanger style. So for instance, don't squeeze a ball.
Death grip,
Jy doen nie dit because all of the
forearm.
is in the forearms.
That's why when
and the
you're
biceps.
rowing, your forearms is fucking moving. Yeah.
hang soveel
Yeah.
as you can, because then you are basically almost like you've got straps on.
Correct.
When you got straps on, you're pulling out of your back
Correct. Correct.
because you're not pulling out of your forearms.
Correct.
And people don't understand. So a lot of people have got good arms,
Yeah.
but they don't have a good back.
Good back. Correct.
And that's also something. The backs are like the most biggest problem in the sport. You don't see a lot of guys with thick backs.
Big backs, yeah.
And that's where that's where I've always been clapping.
Yeah.
Back shot.
Yeah.
And
I like to look, for me again, it's just so you have to have obviously your upper body. But if your calf, quad, and hamstring has got that balance for me, that for me is quality. I like that look. So don't come with shoulders, this, and then you have absolutely zero calves. That don't make sense. Don't come tell me it's a genetic. Yes, you genetically will take longer, but it will still grow if you put more attention and focus into it. It's as simple as that.
the weird part for me is my calves just at its best when it's deep.
Yeah,
When I'm fat, it almost looks like they're no calves.
Yeah.
And then I get a lot of compliments about the calves when I'm actually lean.
Yeah.
My wife's blessed.
Is it?
My daughter's also blessed, and then her brother's also. My daughter's definitely got mommy's legs. She don't train, but she's got
yeah.
like Michael Adonis.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, Michael
crazy.
Adonis, man. Bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Michael Adonis, make a comeback, please, man. Please, Michael Adonis.
See you later.
Michael Adonis, Alton Horn, Unati Fabe, please come back.
Louis kan ook maar sommer terug.
Yes. Who else can we call back here? There's a few oaks that I would like just to come back and just give it one more shot, and then take it from there. Just school a few of the young bloods and the newcomers today. That's all, man.
No one nowadays,
We-
even of the guys that compete like with me, they never went to go watch like just a bodybuilding show.
Yeah.
They only came into it when all of the
Fitness and
the-
figure and
yeah,
a
the
body.
muscle
Yeah, a
model
bodybuilding show was just a bodybuilding show.
You need bodybuilders.
That's it. All the
bodybuilding. I was even
there, nothing. It was just the oaks, my bro. Junior, novice, whatever, and then the manna.
And then what was it? 65, 75,
Correct.
85, 95.
Prejudging the morning,
Oh.
you go home, you freshen up, make yourself look lekker because you're coming for the night for the finals. Then you watch the Oaks battle it out, my bro. But you already know who won the morning. But still, some people like to come in the prejudging in the morning. Some people like to come in the evening. I like to come evening only. It's prejudging, I was like, whatever. I want to see the show. I want to. Don't tell me who won. There's always that bambra. You must see it. Shut up, man. Just leave it.
Yeah,
But
it
I'll-
can change. It can change.
It can cha- yeah.
It can change.
Yeah.
I can change.
So that was the proper old school bodybuilding. Just bodybuilding, my bro. Fuck, it was so lekker.
It was lekker geweest.
It wasn't.
And they had like nice food and stuff. I remember they had sushi and cake and stuff.
Everything.
At the shows. And were you at the Shamin Classic in 2012 when Lee Priest was here?
No. 2012, I was in a. No, I wasn't nowhere near bodybuilding. 2012, I was in my gang-related state there, so no. So no, it wasn't. I forgot about it then already. I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna go do some other shit. But okay.
That's
I
one
remember he was here, yes.
That's one thing I like. I miss about the shows. The guys that always went to go watch the show.
Yeah.
Massive.
You always see that Oaks in the crowd. Ook sitting so like, who the fuck is that, baby? You can't see them. Who's that, bro?
But where's this people stay like? Where are they coming
Where
from?
do they train? Because you've never seen this fucking block, but I look like Bebop and Rocksteady, my bro. That fucking turtles, bro. So they're just so, I remember.
I miss those
Yeah.
those days. Julle, dit was 'n befokte podcast geweest. Dankie Mark dat ons
Did you notice we cut focal because we flow, my bro? Natural. We natural, my bro. Hey, I'm natural, he's natural.
Alright julle, dankie vir alles vir enige inligting, train nutrition, kontak vir my op my WhatsApp nommer of my baie is. Ons gaan dit definitief weer doen.
Contact me if you just want to talk kak. Shot guys, thank you. Have a good day, have a good weekend, stay safe. El Resali, much respect, man. I'm coming.